Hey guys, welcome to Six Kids and a Glue Gun. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. If you do, please hit that bell button so you're notified every single time that I upload. Also, giving me a big thumbs up really helps me out here on YouTube and is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Let's jump right into the video. This first DIY I'm going to share with you today, I'm actually going to share it with two different bows. I couldn't decide what I liked better, so you'll have to let me know if you like the funky kind of retro style or the more classy. So I grabbed this sign from Dollar Tree. It's an initial sign. They had several different ones. M is my last name initial, so it was perfect. I removed all of the embellishments and then I sanded over the paper as it was kind of a shiny, smooth surface. Sanding it makes it take paint better. I painted it with Waverly Plaster Chalk Paint, flipped it over, took this fabric from Dollar Tree, and hot glued a piece of fabric to the back. That way when I flip it over, the fabric will be visible through my initial cutouts. So here is what that looks like. And now we can go ahead and start embellishing. First, I wanted to give it a little bit more color. I thought that plaster color was a little stark, but if you like that, go ahead and leave it that way or paint it any color you like. I went in and dry brushed it with Waverly Pumpkin Chalk Paint and also a little brown chalk paint that I got from the Crafter's Square, and I really like these two colors together with the plaster and with the fabrics. I attached the top of the jar back and I created a bow. Well, this is my first bow. I thought that it was pretty. It had the same colors as the fabric and I thought it kind of gave a fun kind of retro look. So I just looped it over with two loops on either side, gave it some tails, glued it to the top side of my jar, and dovetailed by folding my tails over and cutting a triangle upward. This gives you a boutique finish and I think is really pretty. I am then going to add a couple of leaves on either side. These are just some random different colored leaves that I got off some Dollar Tree picks, but again, you could add anything you like depending on what colors you used. You could even use some greenery or some different colored leaves, some florals. The sky is really the limit on how to decorate this. So once I have those all in place, for this particular bow, I decided to put a pretty flower in the middle. This flower is also from Dollar Tree and they have several different colors of the same type. And here is what it looks like initially, because it's the initial sign. Get it? Yeah, I have a weird sense of humor, guys. Please forgive me. Okay, anyway, so here's what it looks like. And then I decided to change out the bow for another Dollar Tree ribbon that I think is so pretty. I love this orange and it goes really well with the fabric in the middle. It makes it classy looking, I think. So let me know below which was your favorite bow. And on to our next Dollar Tree DIY. This one was super fun to make and I love how it looks. It's also very customizable. So you're going to want to grab a sign from Dollar Tree. This just so happened to have my initial on it as well, but I also grabbed this beautiful pumpkin doily. I believe it came from Dollar General for $1. I'm going to paint my pumpkin sign with Waverly Plaster and then I'm going to take some Mod Podge and apply a generous amount. I'm carefully going to place this pumpkin doily on top, smoothing it down with my hands, and then I'm going to take a dauber brush, sponge brush, whatever you call that, with the Mod Podge on it, and I am just going to kind of stamp the Mod Podge on and allow that to dry until it adheres nicely. This pumpkin sign with the two pumpkins is from Dollar Tree and I thought it was really adorable on the front there. Now I put it to the side, which is going to make my sign a little bit off balance when I stand it, but you can fix that and I will tell you how. Now to decorate this, I have some beautiful flowers and leaves all from Dollar Tree. So what I want to do is kind of create a cascading look down the opposite side where I have the pumpkins. So I'm just taking all the leaves apart and just kind of gluing them down in a cascading fashion. And once I get them placed how I want them, I'm just going to glue these beautiful Dollar Tree flowers right on top. I'm not even going to guess what kind of flower it is because I am terrible with flower names, but Dollar Tree is killing it with the florals. They have beautiful beautiful choices. So here is what that looks like. I'm going to add in some berries that I got off Dollar Tree picks as well. This little sign is from Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the embellishments and I'm going to glue it to the back of my sign to make it stand. Now, if you are off balance like mine was, you can add a couple of Jenga blocks to the back of your stand on the opposite side of the little pumpkins, and it will help it stand better. This is what this looks like. I think it is absolutely beautiful, very customizable, easy to make, and I think it makes a nice statement piece. Okay, let's move on to our next one, which is probably my favorite of the video. I do have to give a shout out to Heidi Sambol. I got this inspiration from her. I will link her in my description box below so you can check her out. But I grabbed a pizza pan and I sanded over the back of it. I then painted it with Waverly Pumpkin Chalk Paint and dry brushed it with some brown paint from the Dollar Tree. Sanding the pizza pan just allows it to take the paint a little bit better. So there is a tip for you if you have trouble getting your paint to stick to the shiny surface. I grabbed this bag from the Dollar Tree so that I could use the fabric to create my pie crust. I cut off the handles and I am just going to cut the bag so I have the back of it. Now, I didn't end up using some of the front along the sides there where there was no pattern on it, but I simply just cut a slit and tore it. I tried to make my strips all about the same size. I didn't get it perfect, but I think it was really cute. I then began gluing my strips down. I did 5 strips either way, so it's easier for me to place my middle piece, and then I placed 2 more strips on either side of my middle piece. Once that was all done, I am going to trim off the edges. As you see, I have a lot hanging out there, but easy peasy, just trim those off, and our edges are going to be covered anyway. This was so fun to make. You could paint your pizza pan any color you like to represent any type of different pie that you like. Now, I glued the other strips the opposite way, obviously. If you wanted to weave them under back and forth, you could do that, but this was easier for me. Once I had my pie done, I went around the edges with some more strips. Now, you can do this with one bag like I did. Just make sure that you keep your strips not too thick or you will run out of fabric. I was able to do it. Again, I did use some strips off the front of the bag where that wording was. I just went on either side of the wording and it worked out fine for me. Now I'm just pleating my little crust pieces by adding a dab of hot glue and kind of folding it over. This is what this looks like. I got this cute rolling pin from Dollar Tree and glued it to the front. I made a little hanger out of the handle of the bag, and then I made a bow using Dollar Tree ribbon, and here's what that looks like. I just glued it on to the front at an angle. And here's what it looks like. Absolutely adorable. I just love this. I think it is so cute. It is hanging in my kitchen right now, and I may make a couple of more. They are perfect for gifts, in my opinion, for hostess gifts. They look adorable in the kitchen, but would make a cute door hanger. So inexpensive, just a couple of dollars. Thank you so much to Heidi Sambol for the inspiration. I really appreciate you. Okay, moving on to a beautiful but easy wreath. I think this wreath looks so designer and it was so inexpensive to make. I grabbed a sign that I liked from Dollar Tree in their largest wreath form, as well as some ribbon I had in my stash that I can wrap around the wreath form. I am then going to glue the sign onto the side. Now, I got this greenery from Hobby Lobby because if you were to use this much greenery from Dollar Tree, it would honestly be more expensive than just buying this garland from Hobby Lobby. I used about half of it and it was about half price. I can't remember the exact amount, but really wasn't that much. Not about $10, I believe, but I only used half of the garland. So let's say I spent $5 on this greenery part that I am using. You couldn't get this much greenery from Dollar Tree for that amount. I am tying the greenery on with twine because that's all I had, but zip ties would be better. Here's what it looks like when it is all on. Now I'm going to glue on my larger pieces, which are my Dollar Tree pumpkins. I am just going to move the greenery aside so I can make sure that I glue this to the ribbon. I am going to get the colors in a place that I like them and just glue all three of them. I like to do things in odd numbers. Then I have this beautiful Dollar Tree sunflower in my stash that has a clip on it, as well as some other sunflower florals that I had in my stash. I just glued them on here and there where I liked them. I also had these berries from Dollar Tree in my stash. They come in a fairly large bunch and are so pretty. So here I go with the Dollar Tree ribbon again. I just love this color of ribbon. I am creating a bow by folding it over until I have 3 loops on either side like so. I'm sorry I let a frame there for a second. I do that with another Dollar Tree ribbon, stack them on top of each other, and I am going to tie them tightly with twine. It doesn't matter if you use twine or a zip tie or a pipe cleaner, as long as you get it nice and tight, because the tighter that you tie your bow, the more you can fluff it out, and the more you fluff it out, the better it looks. So I like to fluff my bow a little bit and then attach it to my project and arrange it a little bit more once it is in place. So that is what I am doing here. But here's what this gorgeous wreath looks like. I think it is so pretty, so vibrant. I know the colors don't exactly match the sign, but I think that I did pretty well with it, and I just used things that I had in my stash. So definitely dig through your floral bin. You never know what sign you may be able to match things up with. And again, so inexpensive, so beautiful, and I hope that you like this wreath idea. Okay, for our last idea today, it is quick, it is easy, it is a wood DIY that is very inexpensive. We are going to take 3 Dollar Tree crates that do not have the holes between the slats. We are going to take 2 pumpkin pieces that do have slats. First, we glue our crates together. I am just using hot glue for video purposes, but you could use super glue or E6000, whatever you prefer. You just want these 3 crates attached like so. Then you're simply just going to glue a pumpkin on either side, making sure that the bottom is flush so that it will sit nicely. So here's what that looks like, nice and easy. And then I'm just going to spray paint the entire thing with this crayon spray paint, but use any color you like. Then I'm just going to take some more of that brown paint that is from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to brush it over to dull down this bright orange, which was the only orange that I had in my stash, and I think it gives it a really pretty look. But of course you could skip this step if you wanted to, or even use white if you wanted to for dry brushing. I added a little bow on the stem. This is from Dollar Tree ribbon. Then I added some floral foam into each crate, and I placed some florals in there. These picks are very inexpensive from Walmart, and I'm also using some beautiful maple leaves from Dollar Tree, but you can fill this with whatever you like, pumpkins, florals, leaves. I just think that it is so pretty for a reversible centerpiece. It only costs us about $6 to make, and then again, fill it with whatever you like. So customizable. Of course, the color is customizable too. I just really like this DIY, and I hope that you like it as well. So here is a last minute look at all of our projects today. Our standing trio of pumpkins, our pumpkin pie with a give thanks rolling pin that I think is so adorable, our reversible centerpiece you could add a sign to if you wanted to, our fall wreath, and our initial sign. So again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. If you made it all the way to the end, you are amazing. I'm including a couple pictures of our puppy that we just adopted or rescued. She is fitting in really well. We do miss our Winston. We are very sad by his loss, but she is definitely brightening our days. Take care, friends. I will see you soon.
Like and subscribe to my mom's channel, and thank you for watching today's craft, and stay safe.